Good evening. Welcome to the Dugout. Bang on time today, by our standards.
No.
There's no cricket match today. There's nothing.
No cricket match.
I mean, there's a WPL match build-up going on right there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what
About our cricket
usually.
match, because of which I got late.
Oh, that.
No. Usually those are our things, na. Some TV work, cricket.
Our
TV
thing?
work is never a.
No, it
should
is.
not be an impediment. Why is it?
Right now also it was.
Doesn't matter.
Last minute they asked for something.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
dear.
There is another gentleman there.
It
It's
was
a job that
beyond
he does.
his
What is
realm.
beyond his. There is nothing beyond him. He's be all and end all. You can do everything.
Talk about an own.
Moment I got up, he's like, sit right back. Need this.
No. Say do it yourself. If you are supposed to do that also and then come and do this also, then why do we need him?
Pew, pew.
No point discussing internal politics
Yeah.
of our
No
workings.
point. Yeah. Also, anonymous figures, like, there's no point bringing an anonymity here.
Yeah. Today, by the way, it's cold and chilly here. I don't know which part of the world you're joining us from, because I know some of you join us from the Middle East, some from Canada, from the US, UK, some of you. So these are, certain areas we know our viewers come from.
Yeah.
And of course, different parts of India. But in the north of India, hailstorm today. Ole ole, as it's called in Hindi.
Yeah.
Good fun. Nice cold day. Cloudy, rain, hailstorm, windy, cold wind.
Frigid.
Loving it.
No, I mean, I think
Very English, I must say.
I think
It's very comparable to English weather right now. The weather in Delhi NCR. The other day I was on a call with my friend. It was late in the night over here, just around 3 o'clock in the morning. Must have been around 10ish over there. There's a 5-hour gap now. Delhi was colder than London. Delhi was 5.5, 6 degrees. London was 8.
It's like a wet, rainy day in Stokes right now.
Stoke City, yeah.
or in the city that the club he happens to support.
Yeah.
Or Manchester.
Manchester.
Always.
Rains there all the time.
Grey skies all the time.
It's all the
Yeah,
time.
Yeah. Sorry, we interrupted Shane.
People
Twice he
could-
started to
Yeah,
tell.
twice.
People didn't, because we were talking about
Third time is
London.
the charm.
Yeah, because this concerns him. There are people who don't always complain about the weather in Manchester. He knows about one individual very well right now.
Angel Di Maria's wife,
No,
Ronaldo.
no.
Then who?
Cole Palmer?
Why would he complain about the weather? He's happily living in sunny London.
No, he's not. You missed that bit?
I have not missed that bit. If you are relying on news coming from the Sun, my friend.
No,
I have-
it wasn't just from the Sun.
You know,
Wasn't just.
No, do you know why it wasn't just from the Sun? Because Sky Sports picked it up and said according to reports. That's what we also do, by the way.
Yeah.
That doesn't give it more legitimacy. The report originated in the Sun. End of.
And he's going to United.
No, he's
a
not.
Bollywood United fan. That's
Because
the rumor that he's apparently homesick. He's
He's
been living in
yeah.
London for 2.5 years and now he gets homesick. Make it make sense. Only the Sun can
Chelsea
make up
fan
such
is
things.
unhappy.
I'm not. See, it doesn't bother me in the sense that they're a player. For one, our club owns so many players that there's transfer rumors attached to half of them. And secondly, I know for a fact, I've heard it. I've seen this from reporters connected to the club. He's considered an untouchable, so it's a non-starter.
But
Thirdly, if it's the Sun reporting it, I'll never believe it.
but you never know with Chelsea. Just it's
How's the last player signed from
Chelsea.
working out
By the way, it might just sound a bit of an exaggeration, but it's not. The workings of Chelsea and the PCB much the same. Drama, pure drama.
There is
You
no
have
drama.
no idea what's happening on day one. Day 10, it's a different story altogether.
See, that proves you don't follow the club, because actually for most of us there are certain things that don't make sense, but a lot of it now you've come to understand.
Yeah, it's accepting the madness, which is also Pakistan cricket.
Accepting the madness is a reality of football.
What?
It's a reality of football.
Chelsea, let's
Listen, our club sacked a manager of November and you guys sacked a manager of December.
Yeah.
We're in the same boat.
that's true. That's
Manager
true.
of the month. Now manager of the month of last year was, who wasn't Schlott, so it can't be here.
Anyway, you were saying something.
I was saying, I've forgotten what I was saying. God. Now I was saying, no, it's nice that the weather here, now I remember, yes, is that we are actually appreciating the rain and it extending the cold, because now in NCR, we are kind of used to not enjoying the cold anymore. Because with cold comes smog, bad AQI, bad air, all of that. But thankfully the last, I think now for a week almost, we've been having these kind of cloudy skies, lots of wind, it's really helped. My lungs are saying thank you to the elements.
Bad AIQ, you meant.
No, AQI.
How do you measure that?
IQ.
You use machines to measure it.
Oh,
And
like
then
the
you
one
spray-
over there?
Yes, and you can spray water over it also apparently.
IQ.
yes. I
AIQ?
see, I see. Never done that, but yeah, these days people are talking about it.
Oh, no, I've seen it happen in front of me when I'm driving sometimes. So,
Okay, what's the latest?
I mean, there's several quote-unquote latest. Apparently, there was one news report doing the rounds, which we haven't really carried here because, again, it seemed a bit sus, but I mean, it's been reported, so we may as well cover it. Apparently, the ICC are mulling, and this is a joke which has been doing the rounds, the ICC are mulling replacing Pakistan with Bangladesh only if Pakistan decide to boycott.
No way.
I mean, it's printed in an actual
Yes.
honest-to-God newspaper.
Oh, it is in a,
Citing reports or a genuine?
Oh, citing an official.
Oh.
It's quoting an official.
okay. So you are saying this is not meme anymore. This is an actual report.
Yeah, it's an actual report with a byline and everything. So
Because see, I mean, so okay, you are saying the report is out today.
in the
but
newspaper.
the meme has been doing the round for the last 2 days.
Yeah, meme has been doing the rounds because I mean, internet fans are quick.
So
We
you are
can't put anything past them.
saying that truth is stranger than fiction.
Or that internet fans have somehow manifested a reality. They talked about it for 2 days and now it's in the newspaper.
I find it hard to believe that something like this can really happen. I mean, to me it was a joke. A lot of friends shared it on WhatsApp and I laughed. But now you're telling me it's not even like in a mainstream newspapers carried it, then it is a report.
A top daily.
And then you're saying a person source told them in the... I mean, I have one question now that you say, the one question that crosses my mind. How can, assuming that there was a source that was spoken to from the ICC, assuming,
Yeah.
even if it happens to be a very higher position in the ICC that the person may be occupying who your source is, even then, how can any person be telling you that this is what we're planning? Because, for the love of God, any decision that will be taken will have to be taken by the ICC board. The fact that Bangladesh were removed was a decision taken by Bangladesh board. Hypothetically, I'm just saying, hypothetically, Shane is an ICC official and a very, high up there in the ranks. And if I speak to him, and if he tells me that this is what we might do, that still is not ICC's position, because that is Shane's position as an individual. Okay. For ICCs to take that call, you need to have those 16 people sitting again, and it will have to be voted in favor of you getting a Bangladesh. So my point is, no matter who the source is, this cannot be ICC's stand unless ICC meets. And for ICC to meet and give any stance or a stand, you would need to have a voting. It's much like we sometimes say, you get a report that we are planning to drop Rishabh Pant and bring said a source in the BCCI. And I often ask, how can somebody in the BCCI decide? That's to be decided by the selectors, right?
And so that's done a voting process.
And even if you spoke to a selector, that would be the opinion of a selector. Correct. He may go to that meeting and there could be other 4 selectors that outvote him. And let's not forget the captain and the coach who will also be part of that. So how in hell can that happen? So even if it is a source within the ICC, I can't believe this can be ICC's position. And the second question that comes to my mind is, how can ICC have a stand on anything till they need to take a stand on something? So for example, in Pakistan's case, Pakistan had not even told them that we're not coming to the World Cup. As of now, Pakistan has made no communication with the ICC or told them that we are contemplating. Only thing that you have heard is Mohsin Naqvi saying what happened to Bangladesh is unfair and we will review our position in the T20 World Cup. That is their official statement. But if I am ICC, I don't need to even react because you have not even come to me. You can say anything to the media or say whatever. I will only react or come up with a contingency plan when somebody comes and tells me, no, hello ICC, we are thinking or we are having doubts. Like in case of Pakistan and ICC, there was a constant touch and Bangladesh kept telling their position and then ICC kept coming up with a plan as to what they're supposed to do. There has been no contact between PCB and as far as ICC is concerned, the tournament is going ahead with Pakistan because they have not even been told. So, I mean, the other thing that was told that they will even boycott India match or whatever, both preposterous ideas, and I don't think Pakistan will go through it. But at the end of the matter is, like, why should ICC even be thinking? That's why I find any news coming out of the ICC, I find it hard to believe, because for ICC to take a decision, first the boards have to be there, and even when they reach that stage of getting the board is when they know there is a visible decision being taken by Pakistan. Pakistan taken no decision.
And then additionally, I remember also, and this is true, when even despite the fact that Bangladesh and the ICC were having consistent contact and ICC was giving them solutions, saying this, saying that, they hadn't started any conversations with Scotland, the replacement team, until it was confirmed that Bangladesh were out. So now why would they suddenly be leaking these things of, we'll bring Bangladesh in, or considering keeping them on standby when there has actually been no official communication, nothing whatsoever, nothing.
Yeah. Though I think that, there is, I'm not doubting anybody who's reporting, they must have spoken to people in the ICC, but I'm just saying that they need to also let the viewers know this is not ICC stance. It could be an individual stance. But what this tells me is, it's a clear plant, right? So when the news comes is what, if I'm the ICC, I'm preempting a situation. And this is what, by the way, PCB also did. Even before the voting happened and Bangladesh were removed, Pakistan media started carrying that PCB will have second thoughts. Why? What was the purpose of that? PCB wanted to convey to ICC that this is what we will do, and because you can't do it directly, you send it via your media so that they are prepared. So it's much like that. And if this is happening in ICC's case and they are putting that news out, then you need to be wary when you read it, because this is ICC who haven't been told anything by Pakistan, but kind of sending out a warning that, listen, if you ever do come to us, you better be prepared. Why? We will put XYZ sanctions on you, or we will
replace you with the team that you were backing. It's the whole scenario over here.
What you call a plant.
It's very funny. The thought of Bangladesh being the replacement team for Pakistan is just humorous and ludicrous at the same time, because just think about it. Yes, okay, factually speaking, logistically speaking, yes, Pakistan were always going to be playing their matches in Sri Lanka. So what they're doing is they're making Bangladesh go to Sri Lanka. So no logistical hurdle per se, which was one of the things that the ICC had told to Bangladesh, because it was last minute thing and they were never able to establish the security threat anyway. However, if you just move past that and you think about this whole scenario for just a second, that Bangladesh play their matches in Sri Lanka, just how funny and farcical does the entire thing sound?
ICC won't do that.
Exactly. It becomes then a joke on the ICC as well.
Exactly.
And this is not what the ICC, body, an international sporting body that is trying to see itself with, let's say, the basketball authorities out there or the tennis authorities out there. I'm not going to say cricket because that's football, that's another league altogether. But if this is a sport that's trying to appeal to audiences in the Atlantic, audiences in Africa, audiences in other parts of Asia, and you're trying to take this sport to the Olympics, then this will just be farcical and a very poor advertisement of the game that you govern.
It's like
a laughing stock.
Yeah, exactly. This reads straight out of like a Benny Hill skit. That these two nations are protesting, one pulls out and protests and the other comes and replaces.
It protests for the other one, and now sees that team go ahead, take part in the tournament. It's how do you try making sense of this?
It's like putting all those together with that Benny Hill music. It's a perfect skit because it's a Comedy Central thing. There's nothing else.
ICC will be aware.
It sounds like
they were to go back and do this. And by the way, if Pakistan don't want to play, what is it that they're going to say that they don't want to play against India?
That's what I keep pointing out, right? Is that when Australia skipped games in Sri Lanka, it was a one-off game. Same with the West Indies. Same with England in Kenya. Same with New Zealand in England in Zimbabwe. New Zealand in Kenya. All were one-off games. All your matches are taking place in Colombo. You have no issue playing all your other matches, but you're skipping the India game. It's like you're wearing a signboard on your chest saying, sanction me, sanction me.
You're asking for retribution. Simple as that. You pulling out of that India game only despite having your request of hybrid model being adhered to just for vindictive purposes is only going to ask for sanctions, retribution, and if you're the worst for then Pakistan cricket.
You're talking about like theories and all. I saw somebody on X, I think one of the Pakistani journalists say that, and again you're talking about jokes and kind of news that is coming out. One was Pakistan and Bangladesh are planning to resign from the ICC and start a new board. So I was like, I was going to write, but I didn't. I was like, then that's not a new board, that's a bilateral series.
Yeah.
So like, keep playing up.
It may not necessarily be a bilateral also. People may just say this is just one nation, A team playing against B team.
I mean, this
No,
is the
it's a
thing.
very touchy thing. You
Yeah,
can't have
don't
people in
even say
Bangladesh
that.
will, if they see you,
People should say
And
that.
you know we've been getting Bangladeshi
this is what I
viewership
expect
recently.
Siddharth to say. By the way.
I just say, since we're talking jokes, this could be one of them as well. Bichde bhai, whatever.
Scorned brothers would be the right one.
People in India can Akhand
This
Bharat.
is like you talk about rebel cricket leagues and all. We've seen Kerry Packer and all back in the day. They at least had a full-on tournament with like multiple nations. New board with Pakistan and Bangladesh. Who the hell is going to watch that? Except for people in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Who's going to watch that? I certainly wouldn't. And I watch cricket for a living.
There also the viewership will dwindle, because at the end of the day you watch sport because you know you're competing against the best at the world stage. Two countries are playing. I mean, of course, that must be
Surely that's banter.
fake news.
Yeah. Just a
Nice little hoax. And I'm seeing a lot of that. Mohammad Yusuf was pointing out something like, the combined viewership of Bangladesh and Pakistan is more than all the African nations, and he's quoting numbers. He got tagged by Twitter's readers' comments or whatever that's called, added context. People saying the numbers he's saying is their actual population.
everyone watches.
Viewership will be very different.
Everyone watches. A newborn watching. Somebody on the deathbed watching. How do you make sense of that, yaar?
Makes no
But
sense.
again, if you're talking about a nation where people, experts, not just people, experts on national broadcast, national TV, go ahead and say the Indians are getting the pitch changed halfway, there's a different ball being used, that they come up with all.
Was it
And
chip,
it's.
chip also, no? What was that? There's a chip in
the ball.
Yeah, something
touchy
like
word.
that.
But the whole thing about
There was
the
something like
pitch
that.
changing halfway in the match, like how can you even dare to say that? That shouldn't even be a thought that comes in the most foolish of your dreams.
Oh, Basit Ali was yesterday or day before saying that ICC will go bankrupt if there's no India-Pakistan. I'm like, what planet are you on, brother?
See, I'll tell you, in terms of viewership also, as I had pointed out earlier, India-Pakistan's not the main draw anymore.
Exactly.
The other matches that get a lot of money. I think the only one which will be hurt is if there's no India-Pakistan is the ICC. Indian cricket will not have more than a minor hiccup. And how? You got to understand, where is it that countries make money? One is their home leagues in their country, one is their bilateral, and one is through the ICC pool, right? These are those 2-3 areas from which you make money. Now, look at it, BCCI's revenue model. Majority of now bilateral, IPL has gone past bilateral already. So that's your number one source. That will continue. Your bilaterals are your number 2 source. India, Pakistan don't even play bilateral. So that doesn't hurt them at all. Their revenue remains the same. Not only grows. And third is ICC, which by removing an India-Pakistan match, that could be, let's say, 20% of the entire tournament earning. That goes out. That by the time it's divided is hardly anything. So India is not going to lose more than 5 to 10% of their income. Take it from Pakistan's point of view. If Pakistan were to go ahead with this threat and not play in an ICC tournament, and if an India-Pakistan game is not to happen, they are the ones to lose. Their number one source of income is ICC, not their bilateral. And that ICC, if they don't even play, they get 0 from there. That cuts down their revenue by more than 50%. Their bilaterals are next, which will also be hurt. And by the way, PSL is right at the bottom. But all those things will be hurt, and I will tell you how. You are going to take pangas by boycotting the India match or whatever, and I'm talking things which are very practical. You need to understand what will happen to Pakistan's bilateral and what will happen to Pakistan's PSL. I'll tell you. You boycott the India match. After that, BCCI will try to get one back at you. How will they do it? And I'm not saying something which is a figment of my imagination. BCCI has done it in the past. So I'll give you an example. You know that BCCI takes the majority of the chunk of ICC revenue now, and others take less.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that 5-7 years ago. Before that, it used to be equally divided. BCCI went to the board and to the meeting, said, this is it, we'll pull out, or you guys agree to this model. Who did they have to convince? The Australias, the Englands and everything on the world. They said, we'll give you more bilateral, we'll play, come to the table. They all signed. Your big paras all signed. So my point is that BCCI then, if you are going to play hardball, BCCI will after that go. Your ICC money is gone, your majority of your revenue is gone. BCCI, Australia wants to play with India because Australia knows their number one earning is through the India series.
Correct.
They want that. That's why they push for more test matches. That's why they push for more white ball series. New Zealand does the same, South Africa does the same, West Indies, all countries want to play India because that is their cash cow where they're going to get money. If I'm BCCI and you're trying to take panga with me, what stops me? Yes, Mr. Australia, we want to play, let's have this. Okay, done, let's play. I'll give you one more white ball series, bilateral. Here is an extra gift for you. All you need to do, any of your players, no NOCs to go play PSL. And you had a tour, play to Pakistan, na? I think.
Problem.
Give it a miss. Give it a miss.
Yeah.
No, sir, done. New Zealand, yes, sir, same. Extra bilateral, we'll play. Just remember your players. These are the tough ones. West Indies though will anyway come, their players survive on
Domestic T20
T20s and you make suddenly no overseas, then the PSL will become their version of Syed Mushtaq Ali, where it will have to be their players only because others would not go, and it will not be done overtly. Is that, oh, we've not got NSC, can't come. Bilateral, see, cricket has started there, countries have started going. Slowly, steadily, it will all. So, Pakistan has a lot to lose. For India, it's going to be a minor hiccup, as I said. So, that is then for Pakistan to decide. For people in Pakistan to decide and then talk some sense into Mohsin Naqvi. Again, if you remember, Mohsin Naqvi is a politician who can sometime get carried away, as he did when he was almost going to pull his team out in the Asia Cup. He was talked some sense by people wiser than him, elder than him. In Najam Sethi,
Ramiz Raja, yeah, these guys.
Both told him, are you even realizing what you're doing? Don't be foolish.
Until then he hadn't gone to them.
Yeah.
Once he realized that he's really, gone ahead and teased the bull and the bull might just come and hit him hard, that's when he was then seeing rallying with these guys in that footage also. Prior to that, the footage that they forgot that they shouldn't have shot but ended up shooting. Yeah. He got into a huddle realizing that the bull's now coming hard at him. So many of these times he's gone ahead and waved that red flag to the bull, not realizing what's coming. And then he realizes, oh, maybe I've overshot, maybe I've overspoken, now I need help. And then he'll be scurrying around here and there in this situation as well. Just been a loudmouth and just gone ahead and done these antics which could at best play to the galleries in Pakistan, just help him get the public sentiment his way and just make for some sort of commotion that he may like.
No. By the way, how does he get public sentiments on his way? I don't even understand that.
It's about posturing.
No. Posturing. See,
because you think they're going to be the numbers, let's say that you decoded for us. You think those numbers are going to be told truly over there to the population over there? How wealthy they may be. How they really do not need the ICC.
That's not the point. It doesn't matter what you tell them. My point is, today, if it's got nothing to do with numbers. Today, if I'm a fan of cricket in Pakistan, which majority of Pakistanis are, they're also as cricket crazy as we are here in India, right? If I am, firstly, you're going to rob me of playing a World Cup, which I was looking forward to. Am I going to be happy with you? No. I may have still been okay, like people in Bangladesh have been okay, because why? It boiled down to their national pride. It was about their player Mustafizur not being played, and they stuck by it. And today, if you ask a regular Bangladeshi, he's saying, okay, no problem for me, my country comes first, I'm out, fine, fair enough. They are looking out for their country and whatever. There's a logic. If I'm a Pakistani today, I'm going to be like, hello, it wasn't even our fight.
We've not been slighted.
So why am I having to sacrifice by not seeing my team play? Secondly, my cricket has come back. Just, who suffered the most, and sometimes I say I have all my sympathies for Pakistani cricket fan. knowing how much they love cricket. I've been there and I see the same passion for cricket that they also have.
Yeah.
For after that attack on the Sri Lankan team, for more than a decade and a half, they did not have a single team visit their country. It's taken them a long time to have cricket come back internationally. And I don't wish ill for anyone. If you're a cricket fan in whichever country you are, you deserve to see international team. And there must be kids in Pakistan also who love cricket. How do you become cricketers? You go and see international matches of foreign players come, and that's how you pick, right? That's anyone. And that one of the biggest reasons why Pakistan cricket is where it is today is because if you don't have international teams coming to your country for so long, the effects you will see today. That's why there's a big gap between India and Pakistan. India kept going up, Pakistan's fallen. Now they've gotten things back on track. Only for Mr. Naqvi to shoot himself in the foot and take his cricket back to where they'll be ending up isolating it, it'll have long-term repercussions. As I said, if it had something to do directly with Pakistan and they took it as a national issue, people might still understand, okay, for our country you've sacrificed. Here they say, why, what is the thing? I can understand the need of a Mohsin Naqvi. I'll tell you why he's doing it. You've got to understand, it's not a cricketing reason. Two reasons. One, in his personal battle, that he felt insulted of what happened there. He's now using his own country's cricketing future. He's putting it at risk to satisfy his own personal battle that he had at Asia Cup, where Indian team did not come and receive the trophy. Secondly, let's not forget, he's a politician. At the moment, Pakistan, in terms of geopolitics, is trying to get close to Bangladesh. And you see from their point of view, it makes sense. They have been in a warlike situation with India. They are trying to get as much support as they can from that area. Because, God forbid, you get into another situation like that, you would want to put pressure on India militarily from that side as well. So you want, that country. That's how you cultivate, that, okay, you be with us, you'll put that pressure. So they are betting on that. But they are sacrificing their cricket for their geopolitics, where they think it could be. And you don't forget, he's related to Asim Munir.
Yeah.
Correct.
Naqvi. The Pakistani army would want to befriend Bangladesh for military purposes. Being threatened from India, they would want. But the problem they have is, or the issue they have is, they are betting big on the Yunus-backed government. They think he will come to power. They put all their eggs in that one basket. By the way, I was speaking to a few Bangladeshi journalists. They're not 100% sure that Yunus and the Mohammed Yunus back
interim government
will come into power. And if that doesn't happen, then you've already putting your eggs in the same basket. But from their point of view, they're doing this for geopolitical reasons as well, and sacrificing their own cricket. Now, if I'm a cricket fan there, won't I have issues? Shouldn't I be asking questions? A Pakistani fan should ask questions of a Mohsin Naqvi, should ask questions of the PCB or anyone who's deciding to jeopardize their cricket. As I said, the most, and I went to Pakistan, so I can tell you when I went there, people were most upset about India not coming for Champions Trophy. Why? Because they came here for the World Cup thinking India will come for Champions Trophy. India didn't go. They were all upset about it. One, because they felt that India was trying to jeopardize their tournament, and two, they were such crazy fans of Indian players, they thought first opportunity they'll get to see Virat, Rohit, all of them come. That didn't happen. So imagine, that was still, I can go, if you look at it from Pakistan's point of view, the biggest hurt that they had. Now a Pakistan fan should ask Naqvi, on that occasion you agreed. You allowed India to play in Dubai. You continue to play. After that Asia Cup happened, you didn't boycott, you played. When we were wrong, or in their sense wrong, you didn't threaten either Asia Cup or Now Bangladesh is having an issue. Bangladesh themselves have issued a statement, we are okay, we tried whatever we had to, it's not worked out, we'll move forward. You are becoming Chacha Chaudhary. I don't want to play. Can't believe. People in Pakistan also should realize that what is Mr. Naqvi doing? He's
made them a bigger laughing stock than they already were. That's a fact. Because he's using political logic to govern a sport of cricket, which history has shown us never works well. Yeah. Sporting governance should be left to experts of sporting, or those who have a history, a legacy of sporting governance. And this is a pan-subcontinental problem, by the way. I don't think the BCCI is perfect in it either. But when it comes to governmental interference and sport, particularly the sport of cricket, nothing and no one comes close to the BCCI.
See, I'll give an example about India. Good point that you raise. I think you're right. BCCI is also guilty of mismanagement. BCCI is also guilty of allowing politics to come into cricket. But see, eventually, they were sensible enough. Even though India can afford to do this boycott, pulling out more than Pakistan and anyone else, because they can still sustain themselves on their own. They still can manage,
Yeah.
and they can still plan a rebel sort of a board if India wants today. That is the circumstance. Yet I think better sense prevailed where they said, let's not jeopardize it by, not having the Asia Cup, pulling out. It'll put the Asian bloc out. So sometime you got to be a bit more pragmatic. They did it. Though I'll agree that they allowed politics to creep in. As I said, that no handshake thing. I said, if you decided not to play against Pakistan after Operation Sindoor, people would have been fine because you took a
Nationalistic stance,
and you
yeah.
said for the country you're not doing it. I think everyone would have been okay. The problem is you went there also, you shook hands on the eve with Naqvi. But what happened? Social media trolling. And what did you do? You changed your thing. And so you allowed, you bowed down to social media pressure, and you allowed, that no handshake, and then that snowballed into a big controversy. Even, let's be honest, again, we've been critical of Pakistan and Bangladesh. I will be honest when I talk, about my own country. The Mustafizur thing as well. It was, the killings of minorities been happening over a year. You knew about it. You had Mustafizur there. You had the auction, he came. It's only when the thread started on social media, when one Sangeet Som came out and said it or whatever, one MLA somewhere in the corner of the country started doing it, you bowed down to social media pressure and you pulled them out. So you also succumbed to that. But overall, BCCI has still been quite smart in that sense that, they haven't taken a decision in haste.
Correct.
Or a foolish call, which can completely split the world of cricket. I think better senses prevailed there, which clearly Pakistan not showing at the moment.
Well, truth be told, we've been taking leverage of the cricketing position that we have and the financial muscle that comes with it. Yes, we're the best team and we have a lot of financial muscle as well. We're taking 38% of ICC revenue. But
by the way, and bringing in 80%.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. So we're leveraging. So we're taking our leverage as well by. See, again, the BCCI of right now, the Indian cricket of right now was not the Indian cricket. We've seen some torrid times as well. Tense times. 2008 was a very disturbing time. Even earlier than that as well, Indian cricket has gone through.
Match fixing scandal earlier.
Exactly. You've gone through troubled times politically, I'm saying. Politically, more so I'm talking about over here. But what just happened, I think we're also pushing it. I don't know where this takes us. Yes, we continue to enjoy that cushion, but for how long does this cushion last? I don't know. Because when a Jason Gillespie goes ahead and says, and it's just him having the courage to say that on social media, try making sense of it, that you decide to not shake hands. See, that wasn't perhaps done. Again, if you really wanted to take a stance, you were already shaken hands. Then you should have just carried on with it.
I have said it myself, but Harshit, I'm saying if Jason Gillespie should have stuck to his stance, why did he have to delete that tweet? He said later that because people in India abused him. My point is, it's a common thing. If all of us who are on social media know that there are a gazillion faceless trolls that will keep abusing you. I've told you so many times that I've gotten abused. But that should be okay. All you do is anyone who abuses, oftentimes there are people who are critical. I must also say that mostly Jason Gillespie also would have had people who praise him. Once in a while they have. My point is, how do you know who that person is? Faceless. One person can have 10 accounts, abuse you, whatever. There could be paid campaigns to, bring you down, to bring your voice down. But that's exactly what the trolls want. To pin you down and bring you down. My point with him would have been, when you get into social media, develop a thick skin. It's the need of the hour. You need to know that. Don't take every comment seriously. And if you believe in something, say it and don't back down.
But then that's what the Indian government could have done as well. The time that...
So I've criticized that. But I'm talking about the Jason Gillespie thing. If he saw it, he just stuck to it.
Because what that episode tells you about the way we are and how cricket's being managed right now is that, again, we're also sensitive to what's happening on social media.
It should not be.
Exactly, because if you weren't, then everybody saw that. Yes, the organizers of that press meet very distinctly had, I think, a Rashid who was in between the two captains in Surya Kumar Yadav and Salman Ali Agha. There was a Rashid Khan sat right between, and you knew the optics were always going to be more about India, so you understood where they were all seated at that. But the moment they're coming off the stage, you saw a little handshake there, and then you'd seen a couple of handshakes with Naqvi when he had arrived to the venue. So if that handshake had happened till then, and there was no existing protocol till that particular point, then you allowed, and there are IT cells out there, more than one, whose job it is to flare up this emotion. Then, if we were thinking cricket first, we would not have given into that pressure.
That wasn't right. I've said that. How does it? It wasn't right. Same way, don't react to social media. Let social media not dictate your cricketing decisions or your diplomatic decisions.
True.
Social media should not. There are wiser people than people on social media. In fact, there are wise. I can say with a lot of guarantee, the people who are supposed to be decision maker, they've reached that level because
They know what to do.
correct. Social media, anyone will say anything.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
the
matter.
thing.
But what this episode has done is, I'm sorry, Shan, I'm cutting
No,
you
that's
short.
okay.
But what this episode where you gave into social media pressure, where you gave into all those trends that you've empowered them to do this going forward as well.
Correct.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. Put it down.
And that is stripping your own powers then.
Absolutely.
It's like we were discussing, I think yesterday, people saying you don't know anything about geopolitics. And I said, you know what, man, I agree. It's not my area of expertise. Put me in a sporting debate and it's a different matter, which is why if I'm on social media, I'll not say anything about geopolitics. It's not my area. It's not my core strength.
No, but
However,
my point is, Shane, even if you say,
Yeah.
my issue is this, even if you say,
Dude,
why
that doesn't
should
mean-
I may disagree with you,
Yeah.
why do I have to abuse you?
that's A. And number two, the people
And a
in
lot of
power.
people disagree with, by the way, even the subject that we follow, which is sport, a lot of time people disagree with on that as well, on
true.
platform. No issues.
Yeah.
As long as you can have a
Civil conversation.
civil
about it.
conversation, we have it here. Oftentimes I take critical comments. They're good comments as well. Both we take. As soon as, like, there was a case yesterday, there was a gentleman who came up with a very critical comment. I took it, but then I saw him trolling other people. Then I realized he's a troll. Such people with this language don't want to engage. Off you go. I do the same thing on my social media. Anyone who's critical of me, absolutely fine. Sometimes I'll respond also. I'll say, no issue. Anytime someone abuses, block. I don't want to speak to people who abuse. I have no time for you. You're not paying me to do my job. I'm not getting anything out of you. So, out.
And see, the other thing which I was trying to say is that if you're on social media, say I'm on social media, and in a personal capacity, I've put out a post saying, listen, I'm not comfortable with India playing Pakistan in the Asia Cup. As an example,
Yeah.
I've put that post out. It doesn't mean that if someone who's a top decision maker will read this and be like, you know what, he's saying it, and there are many others just like him, let's just take this decision. You're a top decision maker for a reason. You have to look at the bigger picture.
Correct.
The bigger picture is very important. Don't be like a Naqvi. Naqvi is like a bull in a china shop at times. He sees red and it's over. This close to boycotting the UAE game. This close. Had cooler heads not prevailed, and those cooler heads, none of them belong to him.
Yeah.
So we can't do that. As sports administrators, your job is to always look at the bigger picture.
I mean, I think just to illustrate that point, that entire trophy drama, I said it at that time. Indian team, doesn't matter who's giving the trophy,
Exactly.
right? If he's the SEC head, he's giving it. I'd have gone and taken it. In fact, that would have been like rubbing salt.
It would have
into
been a
his
bigger
wound
humiliation.
by collecting it. But secondly, even Naqvi, why did he have to behave like a man-child and had to stand there? Like I was in his place, I'd be like, look, if they don't want to take it, don't go take it from whoever, sir. You give it. to
They
them.
had members of the ECB, the Emirates
Yeah, they
Cricket
couldn't.
Board. just
Nobody
waiting
insisted.
there.
I will only give them.
He was also being a man-child
Exactly
about it.
my point. I would have okay, fine. They don't want to take it from me, sir. You are there. Whatever, the ECB vice president of board. You give it there. How does it matter?
It's like you're in a
I
party,
was
you've been invited to a party where you can sense that the people don't really like you. Are you going to be that stubborn person, like, I'm going to stay in the party because I was invited?
Correct.
No, you'll out of your own self-respect walk away and say, okay, I can do better things with my time. It's the same thing. He also was, I'm not saying India's reaction was perfect in the sense that, you shouldn't want to take it, made for some dramatic scenes afterwards, but that's neither here nor there. My point is that if they didn't want to take it, then again, it really boils down to why participate. Similarly, though, I will also say that Naqvi was being a bit immature, being very immature.
100%.
Very
By
immature.
the way, talking about trophies, sorry, we didn't discuss what we thought today, but that wasn't the idea. That wasn't the idea. But this is the whole thing about Dugout. We don't want to have a planned thing. Just have a conversation. Have you guys join
We
us?
can still address it, no?
No, we see. I don't think we'll do justice to it.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
that's
it is a topic that requires about 1 hour of discussion. So, but it's not because it's related to T20 World Cup. It's still a long distance away from it. So, we'll always have time to address that particular issue as well. So, sorry we could not touch upon it. But the thing is, that's what I said. That's the beauty of it. That it's a frank, open discussion that we have without any agendas or any plan, and we just flow through, and we'd love to hear your comments. So we'll take comments on the subject that we discussed today, and the title we'll of course have it changed now, and that is something that we can do tomorrow or day after. We have a lot of time to do that as well. But before we take your comment, just a word that today we had the T20 World Cup trophy sit here in our studio.
How
It was right here.
How big was it? It was Kamantilya.
The trophy that
nice
Rohit
line.
Sharma lifted, the trophy that I had the chance of touching when I was flying back with the team, the trophy that my two other colleagues now had a chance to touch. It was in our office, in our Sports Today studio. So that video is going to be up tonight. I will tell you some interesting bits about the trophy and our prediction. That's why I said we do our predictions about the World Cup as well. Short, brief prediction, and also talk about our greatest memories from that 2024 World Cup. So do check that out. That will come your way tonight at 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. it will premiere. You can check that video out with the World Cup trophy here in the Sports Today studio. Okay, let's dive in and address some of the questions that you have.
So
Let's start with
Pushpavati, who's addressing something to me, says Shen Sanju opened from Bangladesh to England, scored 3 centuries among that period, other innings, middle scores, and did not perform. Should be accountable under performance, not blind support. Why? Listen, it's not blind support. Sanju Samson is not my brother. He doesn't play for any team that I represent except for the Indian team. My point is, you were a little harsh with him when he was getting good form, when he was showing you good performances. You decided, I want another opener in Shubman. So, Sanju, first you play lower down, which is not your position. It's not your position. We have Jitesh, who happens to be a finisher. Sanju, you go to the bench. That's a little unfair. I think it's unfair. And it's not just for him. It could be anyone else in this position. I would have said the exact same thing. I'm no Sanju fanboy. Yes, a good player on his day. But he's not the best thing since sliced bread. That's Rinku Singh. That's something another. You guys? Yeah?
No, you've addressed it. That's fine. Pushpavati again. Nixa, someone should ask the question for Jason Dizzy. Why Australia are not playing bilateral series against Afghanistan? They are not bringing politics here. Yes, it's a valid point that they are not. I agree. It's very tough to separate politics from sport now, as things are.
Although technically, if you're going by that, and I understand your point, Pushpavati, but technically by that point, Afghanistan shouldn't even be a full member nation anymore. The fact that they don't field a women's team is against the ICC rules. That is a weird thing.
Agreed.
It's one of the many idiosyncrasies of cricket, I would say.
Correct. The Taliban regime is never going to allow a women's team.
Hashish Dhar answering a question that we actually did pose on our dugout originally, saying things that can stop India, bat 30 minutes in the knockouts.
That's my answer. That's the answer I would have given.
No, I would have debated that. That's why I said we needed that time.
20 minutes though, I would have said.
Raj from New York City. That's why he calls himself
NYC.
Raj, I'm guessing it must be really cold there. It must be snow right now in New York, 100%. It usually gets a white Christmas, so
it does, yeah.
This time of the year, nice and cold. We got almost snow-like conditions in Delhi today.
Hailstorm.
Ole, ole, ole.
Yeah. So he says it would be fun if it goes to voting and it's a 15-1.
Even more humiliating.
But will Bangladesh vote? I think they will. They are a full member nation.
Yes, they are.
Any decision they have to.
They are. So they would vote.
Yeah, you promise them some electricity and food, maybe it works.
Ooh, poverty humor. We're going there.
He's ensuring we don't miss Siddharth.
Ajib Agarkar says, I'm pretty confident that after the 2027 broadcast deal ends, there'll be no India-Pakistan ICC's tournament group stage in the new broadcast deal. You know what, Mr. Ajib, I really hope you're right.
No, he's right.
I really hope so, because
I
find it very forced. At this point in time, there is no sense of seeding, no sense of logic, no sense of anything when it comes to the group stage. It's like if they all assemble and like, right lads, India, Pakistan in one group, now we'll build the rest from there. That's just how it feels, which is very weird. It's not how a sport should function.
Shashank Singh says...
Talking about the various idiosyncrasies of ICC.
ICC.
Every time Magically, they're in the same group.
Magic.
And see, in the Under-19 World Cup, if they weren't in the same group, they somehow made it to the same Super 6 group. So you still get that match.
Now, will they boycott the Under-19 matches? Pakistan.
That's on Sunday. So,
Mm.
very interesting.
1st of Feb.
Because the decision is coming out on Monday.
And again, there'll be no handshakes.
Yeah.
Shashank Singh says Samson's form can stop India from winning the World Cup.
What if he gets replaced after the 5 T20s by Ishan?
Though I don't agree with that. You have 8 batters in this team for a reason. You will not get runs from all
If Gill's
8.
form couldn't stop him from winning an Asia Cup, rest assured. I know Asia Cup is a whole different competition, but still. Not just Gill, even Sky. Sky was pretty poor in that tournament. Asia Cup, he had a forgettable year. Time.
Ashish Dhar says that Jagmohan Dalmia was the greatest BCCI president till date.
And that's a good shout out, but I mean, how do you really judge?
Very tough to judge. Very tough to judge. I agree. I mean, lot
His
of people,
contributions to not just BCCI but just world cricket as well, immense.
But he also learned his craft under various other BCCI presidents before that. So, I mean, NKP Salve was one of such president. By the way, that he started that first bit when the 87 World Cup came here. He was the one who took it away from the clutches of England and Australia. And
You held by IS Bindra.
yeah, and then they came in much later at that time when Mr. Bindra came in, Jagmohan Dalmia came in at that time only, but they were all his subordinates at that time. So of course Jagmohan Dalmia also did a fantastic job, first ICC chairman from
India.
India, and then he formed the Asian bloc, got
Which is in tatters now,
Bangladesh
ironically.
to play their first test match. Agreed. He's I did a sport tale on that of how
The headquarters.
how ICC headquarters came to Dubai and how Mr. Jagmohan Dalmia has such an important role to play in how the ICC shaped up as well. So I did it from the ICC office, and that will tell you a lot more about Jagmohan Dalmia. You can search sport tales and ICC and Dalmia. These three.
Yeah,
search words.
these 3 keywords
The
will help you
playlist
get
is
there.
there on our channel also, so you can find it pretty easily.
Yeah, it's some of those, how that election happened, how he won, and the politics of it, how they try to humiliate him. Very fascinating story.
Yeah.
So
No office when he reached there.
no office when he did that. That's why I don't want to give all details, but yeah, check it out. Okay.
Sudarshan, or Sudarshan is works. He says that you can argue however much you want. Cricket and politics works together. Can you conduct a match without government's permission and without government security? You're partially right. But imagine,
it only happens here in the subcontinent.
exactly.
Like if there's a match in the US, there's a NFL match, the government doesn't even care.
They don't care.
Any such thing. Like for example, again, like we have elections and we have to move IPL out or change the dates. I don't think anywhere in the world.
That's the sort of thing that happens.
Yeah.
No, in fact, go global if you're talking about and what you should aspire to the governance of say FIFA or IOC. If any such thing comes up, they'll say, listen, the rule is the same for everyone. You don't want to play, you don't play. Simple.
Yeah.
You'll never see this extended drama of we'll give you this deadline, then extended by another day, then put the release out 2 days later. IOC will say play or go. Same with the FIFA.
No, though politics has come there as well with
of
the
course.
boycotts and stuff like that. But then, it was like the world was split at the time. So
Yeah.
Dhanush says India needs to win 2 matches to win the World Cup, semis and final. He's absolutely right. But see, that is what happened 2019 also. For the best team, you have to just win 2 matches. We lost.
Yeah, but I would disagree that you were the
23
best
also.
team then. 19 was a glaring flaw.
No,
you didn't have a middle order.
No, but
Yeah, number
nobody
4 wasn't
gave
sorted.
India a chance not to make the final. You remember?
I remember.
New Zealand, all plans were made.
No, I remember that. I was a couple of years into my career at that point.
We were
so I
making
remember.
plans of how to cover the finals.
That I remember.
23, So again, you see, there's a very little chance India doesn't make knockouts of World Cup. Right? 2021 T20 World Cup was that
Last anomaly.
rare failure. Yeah, but then come the semis of the final. Were having
15 was
issues,
such a
which you've
hammering.
now crossed in ICC tournaments in the T20 World Cup and the Champions Trophy both.
Correct. Siva Subramaniam says Nakvi the man-child is a perfect metaphor. I agree.
Thank you, Shiva, for that as well.
Let's see. Ajib Agarkar says, if Mr. Gillespie has issues with India and BCCI, then he should call out Cricket Australia if Indian business invests in the Big Bash. They only like India for viewership, subscribers and investment, not when India takes a stand.
But India has taken a lot of stance against Australia.
And they are pretty okay doing business with us.
No, and they've succumbed also. Like as I said, that whole Harbhajan, money going to India and they having to take a lesser share.
Yeah.
All of that. Now India is the big daddy, like it or not.
True.
Connect to Karthik says, Shane, LA Rams,
Yes.
they are owners of Arsenal and Denver Nuggets.
I don't care much about Denver Nuggets, but that is true. They do own Arsenal. So, Karthik, sorry, the owners, they inherit teams that are good at bottling. Because even the Denver Nuggets don't do much in the NBA. So,
No idea.
yeah.
Ooh.
Steve Ticklow says, so many examples of FIFA being given. FIFA is the most corrupt sports body in the world.
True.
They literally sold World Cup hosting. Bad example. No, you're right.
But that's a different...
that's a different kind of corruption.
Yeah.
You'll not see FIFA...
It's reached another level altogether now.
It was always bad and people thought Infantino would improve things.
Oof.
Brothers only made things worse.
He sold the soul of FIFA now.
Only made things worse. He saw what Sepp Blatter was doing, and was like, can be done better. I'll show you. He's done that. That's exactly what he's done.
Yeah.
Sepp, for whatever bad qualities he had, was very good at actually giving crumbs to Asian nations, African nations. That's why you had the South Africa World Cup. Now, nothing. You've got harebrained decisions like having 3 hosts for a World Cup in 2030. Makes no sense. Vishal with a very nice question asks, could all this politics eventually ruin cricket?
Why not?
Yes.
It's a very small ecosystem anyway.
Yeah, the cricketing ecosystem
Is very
minuscule.
small, and
Minuscule.
and if you look at where things are right now, and if this continues to be an ego tussle, a political tussle as it is now, see, at the moment you're just hoping that nothing goes wrong with Sri Lanka, because if they were to be upset about something, let's say it could be political, apolitical, then good luck taking cricket in the subcontinent forward, or ensuring that that block one used to have, or the one that Nikhil was just talking about, where you had the Dalmias of the world bring together the Asian bloc, so that you could have some lobbying as well when it came to the ICC boardroom meetings. All of that is just going to be all over the place.
Exactly.
There are 3 factions already that you see. There are 3 parties that don't want to look each other in the eye. Forget the newly found bonhomie that Pakistan and Bangladesh may have at the moment, but otherwise we know they don't like seeing each other in the eye. The moment you've got Sri Lanka who are also upset, good luck taking cricket forward.
Absolutely. Akash Nair just sends us some love. I don't know where he's from. All I know is somewhere in Europe.
Somewhere in Europe.
Yeah. Thanks for the love.
Congratulations on the
Akash.
trade deal.
You congratulate yourself as well.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy any of those luxury cars.
No.
He just bought one. So
It's nowhere close to luxury.
for Indians it is. Raj from NYC, yes, 2 feet of snow here, and also reminds that he met you during the India Park game in NY.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah. That was a crazy game. And after that, I had one of the best fan interactions after that game. It was incredible. That energy there, fans turning up. And quite frankly, I mean, there were Indian and Pakistani fans, but quite a lot of bonhomie between fans. I mean, overseas, there's not too much of tension that you feel.
Look at the American team.
I had a Pakistani guy who said in that video, it was right after this game only, where he said, it's okay, man, we've lost it, it's the same thing, one country.
Akhand Bharat, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. You talk about
a good time
there being not that animosity between fan groups, etc. It will never be said that, but I think, I'm not going to name the player, but a prominent player's wife recently said this, that these guys are friends amongst themselves as well. So there is a lot of mutual respect, which we don't see. Again, nobody will dare to put it out on social media, but even cricketers do have these friendships as well, which will...
Hold on, this too shall pass.
Yeah, perhaps.
Babar for Virat. Come on, it was very public.
Yeah, that's also like a 2-year, 3-year-old story
It
now.
doesn't matter. He was still doing it.
Yeah.
It's not like 10 relations were much
Also,
better.
friendships with Virat, again, you'd never know at times because he does make his best mates take down tweets as well.
Hi, AB. It wasn't a tweet, it was a YouTube video,
Facts.
which is worse. But yeah.
Facts, whatever, yeah.
Bro even ghosted him for a bit. By the way, what AB said, I'm not revealing this. AB said that he actually stopped responding to his calls and messages.
Yeah. Actually, in fact, it didn't make him take down a tweet. He made him put one tweet out saying that he was ill-informed.
Yeah. And then that video also disappeared.
Those are just modern day friendships amongst cricketers.
The video also disappeared.
He done it on AB360 or something, whatever his channel is, yeah.
Some funny stuff.
Yeah, friendships.
And
Complex at times.
Karthik corrects me saying the Nuggets are one of the best teams since Geo Kick. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't like anything connected with Arsenal. So
Oh my God.
sorry, Noel, if you watch.
Siddharth has another football question for us, which we'll take later on.
We'll take Dev Pratap Singh. He says, Nikhil, I wanted to ask you, is NZ so bad in T20s or we shouldn't take this bilateral seriously? To me, their body language seemed like a warm-up match. They never do fielding errors.
Yeah, I mean, see, I think ICC ranking they're number 2 ranked team, but I don't make much of ICC rankings anyway. They always tend to do well in this format. In the past T20 World Cups also, but I do feel the way they're batting at the moment, they are not the same. They're not in the second rung. First rung, as I said, India. Second rung, I may put Australia and South Africa to an extent, and then the third rung, which may have an England and New Zealand.
The rest,
yeah, and the fourth rung of then the no hopers also. So yeah, I mean.
And then there's another rung of no participants.
Yeah.
You could find a couple of teams
which
there.
had Saransh confused 22 teams. That is the... Sir, you said 20 teams. 22, na?
He got confused with what Naqvi had said, na? 22 team.
So I had to explain. He meant Bangladesh is out. Now Scotland becomes 21st. And this is... If Pakistan will go out, then they have to look for the 22nd team. It could be Uganda, but that doesn't mean more than 20 teams will compete for the cup, sir.
BC team confused a lot of people.
So, then, God. Okay, Anshu Mishra says, Nikhil sir, meet plan once for us. I'm in Bihar. When I come to Delhi, it would be best to meet near Rajiv Chowk metro station. Cannot place my friends. Sarat and Priyanshu also have the same. Done. Anshu, we'll do a meet-up plan. Meet and greet. When you are here, Connaught Place is a nice place to do it.
It is.
Nice street food also around.
Food's good, but it's a chaotic place to be at.
No, that's okay.
That's the fun.
Yeah.
It's very chaotic.
We'll get some nice sandwiches and goodies from Wengers.
Yeah. Oh, we have to get those shamis. Those are
excellent.
And the chocolate tarts.
I'll get you discount also.
Oh, perfect. Even better. That's all we needed to hear.
We'll go. Good idea. Anshu, let us know well in advance. Okay, Siddharth says, guys, when I see Arsenal forwards Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, once Maverick turn lackluster due to all negative tactics, I draw a parallel how our test batters deteriorated playing on turners.
That's a very interesting analogy.
I love that analogy.
A very interesting comparison there.
Top analogy. It's very interesting. Good food for thought, really. And I don't think they're exactly comparable. But yeah, it's good because I do think a lot of your batters, their averages dropped, their confidence dropped once you were playing on ranked turners at home all the time.
Yeah.
And these guys, they do look very... The Arsenal forwards do look very negative right now for guys.
Okay. Connect to Karthik says, and this will be the last question of the evening, says small sample, but is Bishnoi an improved bowler now?
International cricket, yes.
Yeah, IPL he does tend to get tongued a lot.
Yeah. But I was reading some of his quotes after that game, and he said that he identified the problem, and he said that the problem was he wasn't hitting the right lengths.
Yes. If you see the last match that he played as well, very consistent with his pace. He was bowling upwards of 100 clicks as well, 103, 104 he was going at times. But the thing is, and there's a huge contrast when you look at his numbers in the IPL and international cricket. It's not bad at all. But he lost his place in the international side because of poor IPL outings. And those were more than just a couple of seasons. But he's done well to be getting the ball to land in the right areas, caused some problems as well. Very interesting if you see the times at which he bowled previous match. 1 over, I think, in the power play. The other was the 12th. Then he bowled the 16th, and I think he bowled the 8th over as well. So at different points, if you're being able to provide utility to your captain, that just tells you that you have these abilities to bowl at different stages of the game. And so very good.
With him, it's a strange case. His IPL numbers don't read for anything. His India T20 numbers aren't bad.
Yeah.
He's actually been a decent bowler at international level. Yeah, he gets hits here and there, but that's the nature of T20s. Secondly, he gets you wickets. So more than makes up for it. So he's actually lost his place not because of his India performances, but because of his IPL performances. It's an interesting time for him because again, this year he's going to be part of a new franchise which just screams like needing a Ravi Vishnu, I dare say, Rajasthan Royals. So it'll be interesting to see how he does there. We know the pitch over there can sometimes be a little sluggish as well. He might just actually get what he needs. Yeah. He's a decent option to have because again, your options right now in the wrist spinning department or there's even spin department is Kuldeep and his backup is older than him and Varun. And when I say backup, I mean it's like those are your two alternatives. You need someone young and Bishna is there. He just needs to perform consistently.
Alright, then on that note, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you so much for joining us. Apologies, we couldn't discuss the topic that we had, but as I said, plenty of days to do that. Also reminder, do check our special discussion with the real T20 World Cup trophy here. Before Suryakumar Yadav gets his hands on it, we got our hands on it.
Also, it was no Gemini or anything that you'll be seeing. The real trophy in its physical being.
No Gemini was or GPTs.
Yes. None of that.
Real deal.
Yes.
Check that out. 9 o'clock is when you need to come back to the Sports Today channel. Tap that bell so that you get notified. Until the next dugout, bye-bye from the three of us. Good night, Nandri, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair.
Eat your vegetables and don't trouble your mother. And subscribe to Sports Today.